So let's talk Supreme, a new series where I just kind of waffle about brands I like and past brands. So I'm going to do Supreme, Palace, Antisocial, Social Club, all of that stuff. The OG Hypebeast brands. So enjoy. What is good, guys? We're back. And today we're going to be talking about a subject that is going to probably make me quite depressed. A brand that I love, well, I used to love a lot, and I still have a good place in my heart for it. And that is Supreme. What happened to Supreme? We're now in 2022 and we don't see it anywhere. The brand's been called dead. I don't know what else it's been called. It's called dead a lot. People now cringe at it. If you wear a box logo, I'm telling you, you walk down the street in a box logo, people will be like, oh, what the fuck? It's like Yeezy. It's like combine Supreme and Yeezys now and you will probably get convicted of some kind of hate crime. Anyway, which is sad, but we're moving on. As you can see, I used to love Supreme. I still do to quite an extent. I used to be quite a big nerd. I even had Supreme books. The only books I ever read was Supreme books. So they don't even have any words in them. Yeah, that is pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie, come on. And then we got another one here as well. This one's quite cool, it's got mean words on the back. Yeah. Anyway, so what happened to Supreme? What went wrong? Well, hopefully Culture Force is gonna tell you, but I'm gonna kind of wing it. There's so much I could talk about. I was gonna script it all, but I was like, oh, I just can't be bothered. But there's a lot that goes on up here. Not all good, but I will try and squeeze some good out of it today. There's multiple reasons why Supreme just went a bit weird and just went a bit downhill. You could argue it's the collabs, you could argue it's the takeovers, the multiple takeovers it's had, the multiple sales of Supreme, the designs, the box logo got boring, the oversaturation, and they're all correct, they're all right. There's so much that went wrong. I feel like in 2017, the brand just hit its absolute peak, or even maybe 2018, and it just exploded, and the market just came a bit saturated. There was Supreme a lot. There was a lot of Supreme available, and then in 2019 and 2020, that was when it really fizzled out. And I remember at the start of the COVID pandemic, we had the Supreme Air Force Ones, and I had someone actually turn to me who was really into Supreme, like collected it. He's got one of the biggest collections in the UK, and I was quite good friends with him at the time, and he told me after this he's never ever going to buy a piece of Supreme again. He said it just doesn't hit the same anymore, it doesn't fit the same anymore in terms of like the culture and the community. He said it's just dying out, not as many people are buying it anymore, and the hype isn't there. And when you took the hype away from Supreme, you don't really have that much, and that was a big contributing factor, the hype. When the hype died, it just went to shit. Now let's talk about the collaborations. Supreme is well known for being one of the best brands to collaborate with in terms of, or maybe not the best brands to collaborate with, but definitely being renowned for having some crazy collaborations. They've had Louis Vuitton, Stone Island, the North Face. These are three really massive collaborations. And when the Louis Vuitton one hit in 2017 or 2018, whenever it was, it completely changed the relationship between streetwear and high-end fashion. Supreme kind of built this like bond between the two. Everyone went mad for it, and there was no stopping Supreme. The designs were just so out there. They weren't deemed as good designs. They didn't look good, they didn't look in style, but they were crazy, and everyone would love that, bro. There was like crazy celebrities wearing this Supreme Louis Vuitton collab, Justin Bieber, Neymar, basketball players, everyone was repping this crazy shit, and Supreme just hit its absolute peak. But then Supreme kept pushing stuff out and out and out and out and out, and then it just saturated the market. There was too much Supreme. The resale value was dying, which meant the retailers weren't buying it every week, which meant the hype wasn't there. And when you take the hype away from Supreme, like I said, there really isn't much left. Now let's talk about the box logo, one of the most iconic designs ever in streetwear. And let's be honest, it is a pretty simple design, but it was fire. Everyone wanted one. It was like this staple piece. It was just a massive flex, which cost hundreds and hundreds of pounds / dollars. But that wasn't the point. People were willing to spend a ridiculous amount of money to have a grey hoodie or just a plain colour hoodie with just Supreme on the front. It was logo mania. It was hypebeast marketing, and people were literally dying for it. Not literally. Well, maybe. I don't know. Hopefully not. But it was mad, bro. It was mad, and it was just such a bizarre time. I can't even really summarize it because it was so weird. Like, looking back now, you really had to live in that era to really kind of not even appreciate it, just try and understand it. Like, it was so much different just a few years ago, like 5-6 years ago. Right, sorry lads, the camera died. Anyway, the hypebeast culture was a massive factor around Supreme. They kind of went hand in hand. They both benefited each other. And again, you take that hypebeast culture away from Supreme, kind of left to function on its own without the surrounding hype from Yeezy, Antisocial, Social Club, Off-White, all these crazy brands that just whacked logos on stuff and sold them for ridiculous amounts of money on the resale market. I mean, you know, Supreme was struggling. It struggled, and it's kind of gone a bit down. Well, very down. But hey, the hypebeasts to move on to other things, because the hypebeasts are always there. You've got hypebeasts now wearing Arc'teryx, the Jordan hype, the Dunk hype, brands like Represent. I do love Represent. But now it's a lot more about minimalism, and Supreme is not minimal when it comes to style. So there's that. And another big player into why Supreme fell off or died or whatever you want to brand it as was they sold in 2020 to VF Corporation, who own North Face, Vans, Timberlands, all of that lot, and it was a big issue. Now, we haven't seen any drastic changes initially from the brand, other than, I guess, more designs and more stuff coming out. It's like a bit more saturated on the market. There's more products available, I guess. But 5 years time, it'll, you know, who knows where it's going to be. Supreme are opening more stores all the time, which is good, but it's becoming more and more like a normal retailer. And that's what Supreme was never ever meant to be. Under James Jebb, when he had full control, and even when it was owned by the Carlyle Group, before VF Corporation took over, Supreme was owned 51% by the founder and original owner, James Jebb, and I think it was 49% by the Carlyle Group. So the founder, James Jebb, had the dominating share, but now VF Corporation came in and took 100% of it in 2020, November I think it was. So that was a big L. People, a lot of the core Supreme base kind of moved away then, and that was purely because Supreme sold out, sold up. It became corporate, it became commercialized, and it really showed this identity of being a business, which Supreme always was a business, but it was never really transparent in that sense. People didn't think of Supreme like that. But it is a shame it's fell off. It is a shame. I mean, some of my favorite pieces, probably collaboration items, so like Stone Island in 2016, the Stone Island collab in 2018. It was just, some stuff was bewildering, mate. That quarter zip, I think it was the 2016 release, that blue and white and red and white quarter zip, little Supreme on the back, badge on the arm. Oh my god, it was beautiful. And then the bandana box logo in 2018, maybe no, I reckon that was winter 2017. I could be wrong. And I think one of the best things about Supreme being hyped was, obviously it was hard to get, which was a shame for people who actually really wanted it. But for those of us who were just into it for the hype, which was probably like 95% of the people, let's be honest, picking up a Supreme item or hitting retail or buying a quick resale flip that was really good value, there wasn't really much better than that feeling. Like, people got such a buzz and a hype from it, and it was just a trend, but it was a banging trend, bro, and people really bought into it, and unfortunately it's just not the same anymore. I bought a lot from Supreme, and it still resells a little bit. I do like to resell myself, but I don't really resell too much anymore in terms of Supreme, and that's purely because the market's just not there. Maybe I reckon like 1 in 10 drops there'd be a good item to go for. Maybe less than that. 1 in 5, 1 in 6, 1 in 7 drops, there's a good item to go for that you can resell. I mean, if you just look back through the designs we used to see and compare them to now, they just don't hit, bro. I remember some of the designs from the Supreme Champion collab. ASAP Rocky was wearing it. He had like the teal kind of green hoodie, blue hoodie, and it was fire, bro. Everything just looked clean. And the designs, they were simple, bro. They were simple, but they look mad. They look so sick, and we just don't see those designs anymore. I'll put some good designs on the screen. The stuff I miss because I'm just too depressed to even talk or have any come to my mind. But yeah, it's just shit, innit? I just miss the days. They were easier back then. I'm not saying they were better. The style wasn't better, but it was easy. I miss queuing up on the Supreme shop. I miss meeting people. I miss communicating with people. The North Face Nupsies, I just remember them. They were crazy. I've got a few of the North Face Supreme fleeces there, but in my room, in the wardrobe, it's fucked, by the way. My wardrobe is absolutely rammed. I've got so much random shit in there. Anyway, off topic. It was just a bit of a rant about Supreme. I just wanted to talk about it because I don't feel like it gets enough coverage anymore. I know it's dead and it's not really included in streetwear that much anymore, but it's still good to talk about it. I think there's still like I don't know, there's still like a feeling there about Supreme, do you know what I mean? It's kind of weird, but fuck it. We'll see. Anyway, that's enough. It's quite a weird episode or whatever this is. We're gonna have I'm gonna have a series called Let's Talk, and I'm just gonna waffle about certain brands. So we're gonna do like Anti-Social, Social Club, Palace, Supreme, and then I think eventually I'm gonna do more detailed descriptions of those brands and like timelines and stuff, and I think that would be good. That would be cool. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for listening or watching, whatever. I'm not listening, you know what I mean. For some reason, if you do want to see more from me, check my TikTok out, Instagram. I'm way more active on the TikTok. I'm posting content all the time, so please check it. I'm at 200k now, which is pretty mad. We're moving quite mad at the moment, which is nice. A slow but consistent growth, which is good. There was a point where I was hitting like 5k followers a day, like literally in September, October. Anyway, fuck it. I hope you enjoyed, people. Let me know what brands you want to see next in the Let's Talk series. And yeah, I hope you lot are all right, staying safe. There's still a pandemic out there. And yeah, I'm gonna go and spend the rest of my night on TikTok, so check it out. So I'll see you in the next one, probably about a week or so. Goodbye.